Hey Legacy,
What?
time for another video.
Really? We gotta do another video?
Yeah, your cards kind of made themselves out like this, man.
Really? Well, give me a minute to get in the room. Okay. Well, Legacy of Dueling here. We got you a video today. We got a deck profile. And we got someone to help you out here.
Hey guys.
Introduce yourself.
Hey guys, Logan King Games Cherry here. My channel will be in the description below. Go check me out.
Well, he's here to help me actually explain the deck profile. I consider the deck the Legends of Dragons. So, would you care to explain what it's about, Logan?
Okay, so in my own personal experience against this deck gets a lot of dragons into the grave for a very powerful combo on any one of the monsters that he can choose from, regardless of what that monster happens to be.
Well, we'd also prefer that you can run these two at 1, but we'd prefer you not to. It is better if you run them at 2, and try your best to run Hermos at 3 for maximum efficiency of the deck. And we don't want to run Mirror Force any less than 3, if you can help it. And we have Keeper here. Can you explain what he does, Logan?
So what Keeper of the Shrine does is whenever a dragon monster is destroyed on your field, you can special summon him from your graveyard in whatever mode you choose as a special summon is. And then if the dragon monster that was destroyed was a normal dragon, you can return it to your hand.
That's very powerful, isn't it?
Very powerful.
We have some effect negation here. Breakthrough skill. One of my personal favorites, and it's normally ran at least one in every one of my decks. It negates the ability of one monster on the field for that turn. And then if it is in the grave, other than the turn it was activated, you can banish it and negate another monster's effect on the field for the turn.
But Legacy, you have all these cards that get sent to your graveyard. How do you get anything back without decking yourself out?
Well, we have Jar of Avarice here. So it returns 5 cards and lets us draw 1. But we don't always have to rely on getting them in our decks or keeping them in our decks, because if our deck gets lower than 20 or so, we're already where we should be. We run 5-headed dragon, and right now we have a card called Future Fusion that we're trying to get our hands on to get in the deck. So that's going to be a very big help for this. And we use Dragon Shrine so that we can get more cards into the grave for what is known as Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword. Can you explain, Logan, to us what that does?
So Red Eyes Black Dragon Sword is a very powerful fusion equipped monster that when it's summoned, if there's a monster on the field, regardless of whose side it's on, it must equip to that monster. And for its equipment, the monster it equips to gains an additional 1,000 attack points, as well as 500 for each dragon on the field and or in the graveyard.
And what we have the deck at right now, we're running it at 18 dragons with a total of 5 warriors, other than the legendary knights. As you can see here, they're kind of hard to come by unless you buy the legendary dragon set. We don't prefer you to run Legend of Heart any less than 1, because it'll help be able to get cards like legendary knight Critias and Hermos to the field. They're very good abilities. Can you tell us what one of them is?
Yes. So the legendary knight Critias, his very special skill is to, when he's attacked, take any spell and or trap card in your graveyard and set it face down on your field. Regardless of the turn that you set it, you can activate it that turn as well.
All the knights also have another hidden ability. The turn they were used, when they were summoned, they can banish one face-up spell or trap card on the field.
Very powerful cards.
If I'm correct on my reading, Hermos can copy the effect of any monster in the grave. and his name and his effect become that until the end of the turn. Anything else you can tell us?
Other than the fact that this deck is very powerful when run correctly, as most decks are, there's not much to this. It's a very simple build, actually.
And all the cards' names will be in the description, so if you want, you can search them up from there. So, Legacy here.
King of Games Cherry, signing out. Bye, guys.
Well, we'll see you next time for the next video.
Hey.